Hello and welcome back once again. Hambbage here, and I can't wait to get back into some more hardcore vanilla Minecraft. Hope everyone that's tuning in is doing well. In fact, full disclosure, I hope you're all doing better than I am. I wouldn't even go so far as to say under the weather, although it's close. I think I'm kind of like smoked out to the point of allergies building up, and I'll try to explain that a little bit. Let's get the wordle going here while we go. Complex cellular automata, yeah. Um, so as we pull things up here, we'll just kind of touch base a little bit. Yeah, western wildfires in the northwest U.S., and I don't think we're getting too much direct from Canada, but I know western Canada's got some fires burning too. And our air has kind of been pea soup the last few days, and I think it was that kind of built me up. But yeah, at some point yesterday, I was uh, 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 didn't I have a bucket of milk? Okay, I put it in here. You guys are getting. Since we are tagging these with HCMC 100, might as well go ahead and pick up an advancement. We didn't get it last time, but there's no more convenient place to get the bad omen advancement than when you're sitting at home with a bucket of milk ready to go. Now, I think our cows were over this way. And we'll kind of wander that way. So yeah, like I was saying before we had unexpected pillagers showing up, I was kind of feeling it yesterday afternoon. I really noticed it. This is kind of gross. Again, full disclosure. I don't really hide away. I guess for one thing, I'm a little older, and I know when you're, kind of high school and all that kind of stuff. It's like, man, I would never admit that my body does the things that everybody's bodies do. Um, but yeah, yesterday when I got out of the shower, I noticed like total nasty like earwax going on. In fact, I think I was actually trimming it again. Stuff younger people don't admit to, and I definitely know that this comes along more as you get older. It's trimming ear hairs, gross, and I noticed there's like earwax in there, and I was like, oh, it's so nasty, and like get a washcloth, start scrubbing out my ears, right? It's gross, and there was kind of a lot. It's kind of not cool. So I put in some little drops way back, and this isn't a everyday thing at all. It's like maybe once a year. But a while back, I was doing some scuba diving, and after one of the trips, I had some annoying stuff, and they're like, "Oh, part of it is you got like some wax that got pushed deep into your ear, and they gave me some little drops to put in your ear to help break up wax, and it just makes it softer, I guess, so it comes out of your ear, and then you just, this is one that I resisted so hard as a younger adult and kid, um, but doctors are very adamant about it. If you ask them, do not use Q-tips and things like that to clean earwax. That's like in that outer narrow part of your ear, right? You got like your big ear on the side of your head, and then there's like a big a U.S. quarter-sized kind of indent in it, right, where the sound starts going in, and then that goes down to about the size of a Q-tip or a pencil eraser, right? And that's the outer ear. Um, and it's so tempting, especially when you're, trying to get cleaned up for a date or a party or something like that. You get a Q-tip in there and clean everything out. Well, if you check in with doctors about that, they'll be like, "Do not. That is the worst thing you can do for yourself, because for all the wax that you pull back out, you push more deep into your ear, or can, and the same thing can happen with diving with the pressure of water. It can if you've got some wax in your ear at that point, it can push it out. So I'd had that happen once, and I had some issues with ascending on my dive, and it was kind of an equipment. My fault with the equipment. I didn't carefully prepare enough for it, and the BFD or PF. Man, it's been a long time since I've dove. It's the BCD, the buoyancy control device, the vest that you wear, and it connects into your air supply, and you can inflate and deflate it to control how much you sink or rise in the water, and you wear weight and everything like that to keep you balanced out. Anyway, more more about diving than I'd ever thought about. And again, ow, this will make more sense when you understand that I went ahead and took some Dayquil not too long ago. That might be subject to the wandering tangents of my talking today, but um, I went into the doctor like weeks later, or to an ear doctor actually, and I thought I'd really damaged my ear. This is not at all. I mean, that's cool. What? Where is all this? Okay, so it's just further out than we actually went. What I'm looking for is that little cave. What happened to the little cave we were gonna? My whole thought here was, let's go explore that. Here it is, that little cave that we discovered, and see what fun or goodies. Maybe it's just a hole. uh, Longer term, I think at the moment our plan is to eventually get downstairs again and do some more hunting for diamonds. Obviously, we used up a bunch on, well, not a bunch really. We actually didn't go through too many of them, but we did use some diamonds that we'd had on picks, and our armor got a bit beat up in the creeper games, which I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for everybody who's been viewing, dropping likes, and all that kind of stuff. That was a fun one to film. So hope you guys enjoyed that unconventional means of terraforming, making something that we just want to do for the sake of the world a little different than we would expect, a little riskier, a little more potential drama. So enjoy that one. I'm enjoying the fact that we survived it. Now, I don't know if any of these are going to. Oh, it does go all the way. Hey, this could be fun little diversion here. Glad we're doing it. Okay, so back to me. So yeah, years ago, I went into an ear doctor thinking like, oh man, I think I really screwed up my ear when I was unexpectedly going up to the surface like a cork. Unfortunately, it wasn't a deep dive or anything like that. It could have been really bad stuff like the bends, which is when nitrogen bubbles in your blood. don't have time to bleed out and then expand if you go back up to the surface where there's less pressure. Blah, 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 blah. That's the big risk of scuba diving. It's not drowning or anything like that. It's rupturing your capillaries because all of a sudden the bubbles inside them get larger than the size of the vessels. Pop, 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 pop. Not good. Anyway, you can also do a lot of damage to your ears. And for a long time after this particular dive, it just felt like I had water in my ear constantly. I'd get like the sound, kind of that sound that you get and the weird pressures and all that. And I was kind of scared. I was like, man, what did I do? I don't want to go deaf, kind of stuff. And it is you start when it's constantly there. Whoa, you start wondering, and kind of worst case scenarios present themselves. Now I want to make sure I don't lose home, so we're good at that. So I had first gone to the ear doctor. Like, no, everything's good. They put me in the room and did the hearing test and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, you're actually okay. Blah 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 blah. And then when they're doing the visual examination, they said, well, we can see there's some wax in there. And again, that's kind of one of the risks, I guess. I learned all this the hard way, but it can get pushed deeper, as the pressure in the water outside your head increases. Anything that's in there can get driven deeper. So that's what happened, and they'd given me some little. I don't even think they're like prescription or anything. I think it's just like, hey, there's earwax buster kind of drop things. You can get some of those. You put them in your ear, and they soften all this stuff up. So I rarely use them, but when I started noticing all this kind of wax, I was like, ew, well, let's hit it. Let's get rid of it. And so I'd done that yesterday. Well, everything just kind of continued. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's draining out. And for me, it's not it's not uncomfortable. It's not bad or anything like that, but it's never really pleasant to have that feeling of like, I love swimming and all that. Obviously, I've been diving and all that. I love water activities, but I don't particularly relish the feel, especially if you get water extra deep in your ears or something like that. Always kind of gets me a little bit. But that's what I was kind of feeling at first yesterday, and I think that the wax is kind of what made me think it's probably the smoke, because wax it's like mucus or anything else. It's keeping particulates out of the inside of your body that don't belong there. And when you have extra dusty or polluted or anything like that. I guess not so much polluted. I'll notice it like if I've gone camping in a desert type environment or it's dusty and you're out there for a few days. You're not super scrubbing yourself when you're out there. If you are fortunate enough to be at a lake or something like that, jump in and scrub off. But things like ears and all that, you just have to. That's why it feels so good to get home and take a shower when you're done roughing it. It is nice to get really deep clean, and that was kind of the feeling of what I had. Was just, like, oh man, everything's nasty. Well, through the day yesterday, it just kind of continued to build. I got this like kind of cough and just nothing feels quite right, and it's probably a little bit psychosomatic, right? You see the hazy, crazy. I think I'd mentioned yesterday, pre-sunrise or after sunrise, post-sunrise, I was out walking around as I normally do in the morning hours, and the sun was just a big old red ball up much higher in the sky than it normally would have been for a sunrise. Um, and that's just due to so many more particulates in the air. So everything kind of pooled in. Just another rough night on the quality sleep index, I guess. But at some point, it's kind of early on. I'd been up and down. Very similar to a story I related a few days ago. I was kind of up. And one other thing, part of this was just totally me, and I'm sure it's playing in. I've said a lot of times, I don't do the sugar thing a lot. I don't hardly ever do sodas, but yesterday afternoon, evening, I went to a real live movie. It was quite a novelty, and it was four of my friends and wives and girlfriends and kids and everybody. We had a big old group to go watch the Marvel Black Widow movie, and it was a good time. I'm not gonna say it was the best Marvel movie ever. I don't know that many people are, but it was entertaining. For a summer movie, and especially coming out of the pandemic and all that, it was pretty good to see. I think the kids particularly enjoyed it. And since I was there, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a soda and I'm gonna have some Reese's Pieces. And I think those, you'll find if you ever get to the point where you cut those things back in your diet significantly, it's a little amazing to see how much they really affect you when you're not just living on them constantly. And I was feeling that too. I'm sure, just having had all the concentrated, what's it, corn syrup? Is that what they put in sodas and stuff like that? All those concentrated sugars and stuff like that, and then candy on top of it. It was not quality, but it actually works out pretty good, because later that evening I was coming back to go to the stop by the grocery store on the way out. And it was one of those weird times, I was like, oh yeah, let's go to a movie at 5:15, and then by the time I get previews and everything done, it was like, and then we hung out at the end. We're all talking outside the theater for a while. So I end up at the grocery store before like 9 p.m. to get something to eat, just to tide me over, and restock on a few basic groceries kind of stuff. But I felt so just off in that whole process. I was like, oh man, this isn't good. So I got back, just had a quick little healthy snack, and then kind of watched a little bit of TV and went to bed. And it was another one of those nights where I hadn't even slept at all. I think I was wrapping up the end of some show or something, and I started watching the October Faction. It's kind of older series. Seems okay. Not blown away by it, but I enjoy again, here's my celebrity lack of being able to place names. The woman who played the kind of like lead of the agency in the show Bones from a few years ago. She's the mom in it. It's kind of fantastical monster hunters type stuff, sort of horror, sort of teen drama. That part just kind of makes me want to rip my eyes out. But yeah, it was something to watch, and I was low stakes. Like let me fall asleep. So as soon as I turned that on, and it's like first episode, I've never really watched it, and as much as I'm just doing it to fall asleep, kind of gets a little bit of a hook to it, and then boom, they take down the internet for the middle of the night update. And I think this is just something on my schedule is exposing me more to these, little. They're not long outages, but they're in the middle of the night. Nobody cares, but on a Monday into Tuesday, yeah, they can take down the internet for 20 minutes or something like that. But of course, it catches me like right as I'm going, and then everything shuts down, and I try to like just turn everything off and roll over and go to sleep. Nothing. Now I'm really feeling not good. Like the mucous membranes and the nose and all that kind of stuff getting to me. And I got up, and because there's two things I've talked a little bit about one of these. If you're trying to fall asleep and you can't, you're tossing and turning in bed. The worst thing you can do is just lay there and keep waiting for sleep. Got to, at least in my opinion, you gotta get up, reset your mentality, and then go back to bed. So got up. I actually turned on Skyrim because I had no internet and I didn't want to read. Usually my go-to would be to just read, but I wasn't, again, not feeling really good. That didn't appeal to me. So I just turned on Skyrim and like cleaned my inventory up. It had been a while since I'd been back to my little house, and dropped off all the adventuring stuff, upgraded some armor, and made some potions and all that kind of stuff. Sold some junk, all those good things that were totally low concentration demand. Speaking of, just making sure I don't have slides and the time. We're doing good. There's a skelly. Now where did that creeper go? Bring back the creeper. I want the creeper. You are not the creeper. Here he comes. Come on up, creeper. Oh, oh, that didn't work. I thought we had him closer to done. Creeper skelly games we haven't quite refined yet. That took a light. So we haven't really even talked about in this world yet. Today, at least for this episode, I just wanted to come and hit this cave, see if we could restock coal a little bit, gather up some more of our resources. Sure, a lot of skeletons here. I wouldn't complain too much if we got another crack at a spawner up high. Doubt that. That would be a little rich. Get this though. So yeah, we're just basically looking for these high level coal. Oh, here I am not doing the thing I should be doing. Getting a little slow. I'm trying not to. I don't think we'll be doing creeper games at this point, unless I just feel awesome later. Get into it. And even then, I think we've kind of exceeded their usefulness in our little area there. So yeah, I spent a couple hours on the couch last night, and the internet was back up far before I was ready to head back to bed, and then switched out of whatever that show was to just some tunes, and pretty quick went to bed and then to sleep, and then was back up. If you work this back, you'll know. I slept for just a little bit, and then it's like 2, and then I'm awake at 4:30 or something, and now all of a sudden I'm coughing. I was like, no, this is done. Time to fix everything. So I went and took some Dayquil, ironically, because I didn't want to just knock myself out at at anything so close to morning. I don't want to, switch out my day-night cycle, but I still ended up. I think I then with Dayquil finally fell asleep and slept till like 9 a.m. A little late, but it was worth it to get some sleep, and I'm feeling pretty good. I still feel it though, and it's certainly very smoky out still. So we'll see how all that plays out. But don't have fever or anything like that. It's certainly nothing worse than that. And post COVID and all that, you worry a little bit, a little more. I guess not worry, but you're a little more conscious of all the possible worse things that you could have. I'm really going to struggle with using that fortune pick today. After yesterday's disappointment. Oh, excuse me. Hiccupy. I'm not a fan of the Dayquil. I took the liquid overnight because that has the cough medicine that was what I really needed. And like I said, I still got some like a dose, I think, of who knows how old NyQuil. But if needed, I'll take that tonight. Just kind of zonk myself out. But it is a uniquely alert and not alert feeling whenever you got to use Dayquil to like get through a work day or whatever. Like a lot of people can attest to this. Oh, I thought that was moss. Oh man, I was gonna be ready to be so excited. I don't know. Well, I do know that this is a very bad idea. Oh. Yeah. No sense in doing that to ourselves. Just watched one of my subscribed creators. I was going to say streamers or something. I don't know. Came out strivers. One of the folks I watch on YouTube lost a hardcore world, and definitely keeps me aware. So were we back this way? After all that, I'm glad I put the torches out because I have no idea. Oh, here's the hole. Was that the same way we came in? What happened to those torches I left on the floor? Was that somewhere else completely? Man, I don't know. Anyway, maybe we'd be best to head back and do some basement digging. So I don't know that I had more of the story. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm a little Dayquilled up, and it's better than feeling miserable because you're still feeling symptoms of whatever it is the allergies or whatever. And again, I don't think I probably would have done better to take like just some dedicated cough medicine, which I don't think I have any of. So I got the orange bottle and the green bottle, and it's starting to get light outside. Let's go with the orange bottle. Um, but it's helped me get through many a workday. When you're just like, oh man, I gotta do something, and especially when you work from home a lot, that's huge. You you can keep getting something done if you're sick. If you're really truly sick, you got to take care of yourself. You can't. Uh, it's way better to get better and take a day to do that than it is to. Oh, I'm not sick. And please, please, please. I mean, I think we're all much more aware of this now. But if you are sick and you work in an office or in a store or something like that, even if your manager is frustrated, if you're like, "Hey, I'm sick," I know they appreciate not losing or having the whole team. It's one thing if you're sick. It's another thing if you came into the office all hacking and sniffling and all that and saying, "Oh, hey, don't worry about it. It's just allergies. I just always get allergies." I know I'm saying the same thing here, but I'm pretty self-contained. And if I do have anything, I don't think I'm spreading it. But that's the real challenge is not not getting any of that kind of stuff spread out to the whole team. And it's when I was in a spot where I was receiving those kind of calls, I always worried about, or I didn't worry, but like if it's someone you've been managing for 3, 4, 5 years or something like that, and they never call in sick. They schedule and take vacations and all that kind of stuff, but it's never, oh hey, I got sick. Then there's people that take those, once a month or something like that, and those people you begin to feel, you eventually end up having to sit down and have a conversation and say, is there something we need to do to help you get to where you're being reliable at coming in to do your job? And sadly, I've had talks with people where they had very grave medical concerns and didn't want to talk about them. We're kind of trying to keep them private and all that kind of stuff. And but just ultimately, we're struggling with all that, and that's where you may have to get a Family Medical Leave Act, FMLA, where you can get extended absence with a part of your salary or something like that. But it's gonna cause trouble if you're constantly in and out of work sick. And I've always thought kind of karma to burn your sick days just as a bone. If you're lucky enough to get sick days, I've had jobs where, yeah, you take all the sick time you need. We're just gonna count that out of your vacation time. So have fun. Which stinks, but it's also, hey, different companies do different things, and you know, some of those places had awesome holiday parties and things like that that other companies ditch. So you get benefits and perks that vary from job to job, and I've always thought, man, I don't want to, I don't want to be the person that's dealing with massive medical stuff, and I don't need that karma. So I'm not gonna cry wolf or play hooky, pretending to be sick. If you're an adult, you've got vacation time. You just take it, and pretty often you'll find that it's tougher to use your vacation than it is to actually accrue it. Just get it scheduled and out, and by the end of the end of whatever the period is when it builds up, man, I don't have enough days to spend all those days. So, all right, andesite goes away. Though inventory sorting may be a real challenge today. Blocks. These were mainly needed just to get our torch supplies back up. Or supplies to build torches from. Okay. 16. So let's drop those. And then we've got pretty hefty copper and a full stack of iron. That's kind of weird to have to close ourselves in. But alright, we got blast furnaces blasting. We've got cobble, not copper. Cobble away. We were already building up our copper supplies. Ooh, we need to restock our arrows. That's one I could easily overlook. Being used to infinity and all that. It's not solo yet, but we should watch it. I don't mind throwing a full bow at that to repair its health, because again, it's not anything super fancy, and we're gonna have other bows coming at it. Bloop. And let's 2 more of these. And we'll have to restock our torches too. Now, does anybody remember when we went on our little tunneling expedition, what we ended up running into down in the basement? I think, let's check the time again here. 38 minutes. So let's go do another swath of just basement expansion. Clear that out. Hopefully we'll see some diamonds. I think we just hit those caves and ran around. That was where we had no torches left. We'd kind of done our exploring around, but we're kind of working back through increasing darkness when we discovered that our super pick didn't really work for picking. Yeah, this is about my bind pace. So yeah, things are a little less than ideal for me today, but good progress on the PC to report. It's now Tuesday, I think. No, it's Tuesday. And it has stayed up since late on a Friday. I didn't end up solving the audio card issue. I'm just using the audio ports off the board for sound. So we got all that done. We got 2 monitors. All the sound and everything, it's kind of hardware ready to go. And we'll just let it do, because I'm not there yet. I did another update, got everything current again this morning after checking in on it. So it's going to continue to run and soak through the day today. And then will start doing software tuning. I haven't even. I've just been using an account the guy put on it when he loaded it with Windows. It's owner, so I need to, and it doesn't even have a password or anything like that. Shh! Don't come hack my unloaded nothing on it PC. But I've got to create my own user account and load up all the various software and all that kind of stuff. Then we'll need to soak it again. I've got the deck that I had purchased and have never even gotten to the point of using. Want to get that on? I've got to register my Windows because he's just got it on a test thing. Basically it will run for I think you get like 30 days of trial or whatever. So it's nice of Microsoft to do that, where you get enough time to soak up what and configure and everything, make sure everything's running right. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. So I'm going to take full advantage there. But I want to have it, I want to have it registered, product key and all that kind of stuff done and set up before I get to anything recording or streaming or anything else based off that PC. So we're making progress. Everything is still moving forward. Just wanted to give everybody a status report there. And that was a good thing for me this morning. Really helped brighten the day a little bit once I finally did get up and going. So yeah, I think both things I'm not at all, at least right now, I'm not at all ready to do. And I haven't had any caffeine or anything like that. Don't want it really. I just want to spend some time. I was definitely up and kind of poking away at stuff, getting some breakfast and all that. And I was like, no, I want to play Minecraft. I want to hang out, make some videos, and honestly, it's kind of one of those. I'd want to throw up a world and chill in it, but this is the world I want to be in. So you guys get me, whether you want it or not. So we'll probably make a few videos today, and then I'm gonna take it pretty light. But if I kind of roll out of this and go, yeah, by mid-afternoon or something, I'm feeling ready to go. The other stuff I'd really like to get some more online study time, I guess, in on thumbnailing, particularly on the Paint.net software, how the layering and stuff works, so that I can get some more substantial thumbnails out for those of you guys that are coming through. First-time viewers, what's up? Thanks so much for coming by. I hope you're enjoying the content, and welcome. Sorry, it's it's a little body-oriented and all about me today, but hey, we have some of those, and it's that's a part of this media that is, hey, you guys don't just get makeup and floodlights and all that. You get the real deal. Oh, whoa. Just calm right down there, super pick. So we'll, for the rest of these today, we'll try to move on from our initial stuff, talk a little more about the world and other stuff that's going on. I'm just excited. So I think next up episode, after we wrap this one up, we'll go do some diamond mining traditional style. We've done that tunnel. Maybe we'll head out in a different direction, or just blast through that cave that we'd gone through and see what all we can get. And eventually bring it back to getting some more progress on the fields. You know, there's a reason why we did creeper games and all that other related work in IRL yesterday. We need to get the leather and the sugarcane and all that ready so that we can enchant. And we can, maybe into the mix of that again, go ranging out in that direction in the overworld and see what we can see if we can find a few cows and thin them in the search of, if we can get half the leather that we need out and about, that will speed up the whole, if we go from 4 cows to 6, that doesn't get us very far very quick. You got to do some building up with the cows. We haven't even brought them over across the little bay yet, so anything we can do to pad that would help. And again, it's about 45 pieces of leather is all you really need, so that's a few more than that. But we've got some paper and at least one book from shipwrecks. And I think this is the mark that we'd made, so we're still a good ways off from where the skeletons will be spawning while we're working. We got room here, so let's take all those down. This is now even. Oh. Ugh. Gotta break the bigger blocks. Alright, well, that's another. Oh, don't forget these. Oh, Dayquil. Ugh. So yeah, slow start. Wanted to, get all that stuff done. I didn't know exactly what we have in the cave, and of course we played with some creepers and all that up in that cave system. Always a good time. Let's. So no XP to be had there. That's a little bit of shame, but again, we got the skellies when we need them, and we're almost already up to 40. Forgot the fences. Our copper is coming. We need one more block there. Yeah, let's put it away. After I did all that, looks like we need more tools. Come on. Don't think we need a hoe. Just do these. I kind of want one more if we're going. into the great wide open. Alright, put you away. Actually, put you away up there. Should be enough of those. That gives us space. Those two are good. Yeah, we'll bring them. Alright, how are we doing? 50. Let's at least go to, oh, while we're up, let's check. Ha ha ha, I got goodies. So let's go down. We'll start at the end of our same tunnel again, and this will at least just nip off all the running around we have to do for the next episode. Then we'll just start with our mine there. So we'll go down to the end of the torches here. See how long that actually takes us. Here. All right, we got 8 minutes. Okay, so we'll go 4-ish. That'll get us a ways in. I think this was all. Do another one there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, just watching. We'll do this. See if this touches on any diamonds out there. Not that time, but hey, we get goodies. Aha! Now, again, we don't have the same exciting prospect of endless diamond fortune, but take all these we can get. Six is not bad. So to do that right. Alright, well then we can just go full length here. Yeah, there was iron down there, but it's all right. We've now kind of got to a point where we're doing pretty well. All right, we'll do this section, depending on what, if anything, we find here. All right, we'll call that good. I'm not even going to run back or anything. Like, we're just going to park here. Very quick breaks on my side today. I'm not going out and about or anything like that. I will stand up, stretch a little bit, twist and turn, try to move the body, and maybe do all the biologicals, and come on back and get another one going. We'll just keep pushing out here, see how many diamonds we can rack up. Probably make a few bounces back to base to retool and unload all our goodies, but that's going to be the next episode. Then after that, we've got maybe one overland exploration type one, and one more focusing, at least one more focusing on getting ready to do the farming stuff. So all that to come. You guys stay awesome out there. Go ahead and take a break with me, and if you're feeling good and feeling up to it, go out for me. You know how much I miss it, but I'm, other than poking on my head out the window every once in a while, I'm not going outside. I'm going to stay in and dodge this, try to get over whatever it is. So go out and enjoy the world for me today. Look at the sky. Hopefully it's not too smoky where you're at, and you can enjoy it. But stay awesome. Take care of yourselves and one another. We'll see you right back here. And if you are enjoying this content, please keep those likes and comments coming. The likes are great for the channel. The comments are great for me. I love getting to hear from you guys, and hope you're all doing well. So we'll look forward to those, and look forward to seeing you back here for many more videos to come in the vanilla brewed coffee world. Till the next time, take care. Let's keep talking, because I haven't even gotten back to the screen. I was just talking before I saved. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. I really do mean it. Glad to have you, and hope to see you back again. Now, take care. We'll see you next time.